What's up, guys? This is Ernie from the Legion of Havoc, bringing you a game review for Dead or Alive 5. The game itself really isn't all that different from the previous versions. The new additions and changes that they added to it are really just kind of subtle. The more notable of which is an addition of story mode, which basically takes the place of the classic arcade mode, where you can play through as a single character and get a little background to their life there. Story mode basically takes that and puts it into chapters. So you play through a chapter with a single character. Once it's completed, you'll move on to the next character. Naturally, the story is taking place after Dead or Alive 4, so it kind of continues the story of that whole Alpha Project situation there and what's occurring with the new DOE attack. As far as the gameplay itself, again, it's still pretty much fairly similar to previous versions. Each character still has their own uniqueness and their own movement flow and all of that. It's still very well put together. The character designs are beautiful. The level designs are beautiful. The depth that goes into each is just wonderful. The characters themselves, some of the subtle features that I mentioned earlier is that they actually acquire dirt and sweat now, as well as get wet if they're like fighting in water. It's, again, just a subtle feature. It's something you can actually turn off if you really don't care about your characters getting dirty or not. I don't really know. Another subtle feature is we all know that the level have their own like danger zones, and when you knock a character into them, it causes some crazy destruction in the background there. The subtle feature that they added to that is an action camera. Basically what that is once you initiate one of those danger zones, it'll actually pan around the characters a little bit to kind of give you a view of all the destruction that's happening around you. I myself find it a little annoying. I don't really use it all that often. Again, it's something you can turn off. So if you're like me and don't really want the camera to be moving around while you're fighting, you can turn it off and you won't have to worry about that anymore. As far as other subtle changes that have been added to the gameplay, the definitely most notable one is now the characters actually can use a special or power attack, I guess you could call it. Basically, when your life drops down to a point of about 50% or lower, you actually can initiate this power attack to kind of turn the tide around into your favor. Each character naturally has their own unique style to their power attack, and when you initiate that power attack, it actually allows you to decide where you're aiming that enemy. So if you're around like a specific danger zone where you know you can inflict some extra damage because of that danger zone, you can actually highlight that area. If it highlights orange, you'll know you're close enough and you're able to knock that person into that area and get quite a bit more damage done to it. You'll see examples of this throughout this game review as well. A couple times where I was playing as Mila and one other character I don't quite remember. I think it was Kasumi. Either way, again, those are really just subtle changes. Overall, though, the game itself really is pretty much the same. It's not to say, again, it's not a bad game. People who loved the previous versions of Dead or Alive will definitely love this version of it, and even the newer fans or newer people to fighting games or fighting genres, or even just new to this game in general, definitely won't be disappointed. Again, it's very easy to pick up, and you'll get better as you continue to play, and it's definitely not a difficult game, and it can be quite a lot of fun, especially with some friends or online competitively. Either way, though, I definitely would recommend this game to any person who enjoys fighter games. Other than that, there really isn't much else to say, guys, so I will see you all later.